Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum grade 6. Hope so you all are fine by the grace of Allah Almighty. Students, in our previous lecture we have completed question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 of exercise 3b. Now let's move towards the question number 7. That is, write 5 consecutive composite numbers below 30. So we have to write the 5 consecutive composite numbers below than 30. As we know that the composite numbers are the numbers whose factors are more than 2, and consecutive means that continuous. So we will write continuous composite numbers and also 5 continuous composite numbers below than 30. Here students, the numbers below than 30 are 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23 and so on. As we know that the number 29 is a prime number as it contains just 2 factors. Let's see about 28. 28 has more than 2 factors and it is divisible by 1, 2, 4, 7, 14 and 28. So 28 is a composite number. Now 27. 27 also has more than 2 factors. 1, 3, 9, 27 are the factors of 27. So 27 is also composite number. And next one is 26. 26 is also composite numbers as it has more than 2 factors. And next one 25 and 24 as both of these are also composite numbers because it contains more than 2 factors. So we have to write just 5 consecutive composite numbers that are 28, 27, 26, 25 and 24. 29 is not included as it is a prime number. Now students, the solution is 5 consecutive composite numbers below 30 are 28, 27, 26, 25 and 24. And we can see that these are the consecutive composite numbers. Here is no any gap or here is no random numbers are mentioned. Let's move towards the next question, that is question number 8. Write 7 consecutive composite numbers just below 100. As we know that the numbers below than 100 are 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91 and I am writing here 90. Students, we have to write 7 consecutive composite numbers below than 100. So let's see. Here is 99 and 99 is a composite number as it contains more than 2 factors and the factors are, as we know, 1, 3, 9, 11, 33 and 99. So 99 is a composite number and also 98 is also composite number because it has more than 2 factors. Now the number 97 is a prime number. And in the question it is already mentioned that we have to write the consecutive 7 composite numbers, which means there should not be any gap. So let's start from the number 96. 96 is not a prime number, it is a composite number as it has more than 2 factors and it is divisible by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 and so on. 95 is also composite number. Here is 96 composite number and 95 is also composite numbers as it contains more than 2 factors. Similarly 94, 93, 92, 91 and 90, these are also composite numbers and we can count these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 as we have to write just 7 composite numbers. I am not writing 99 and 98 as 97 is a prime number and it will not make a sequence. Here is the solution, that is 7 consecutive composite numbers below 100 are 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91 and 90. Now students, let's move towards the question number 9, that is find an odd number the reflection of which is even number. So we have to find that odd number whose reflection or mirror image should be even number. Now students, you can see here at the right side the number is 81 and 81 is odd number, and if we see its mirror image then you can see at the left side that is 18 and 18 is an even number. Now the solution is 81 is an odd number the reflection of which is even number, that is 18. Now students, question number 10 is find an even number the reflection of which is even. So now we have to find that even number or numbers whose reflection or mirror image would be even. Now students, you can see at the right side the numbers are 8 and 88, which is even numbers. And on the left side you can see the mirror image of 8 and 88, that is also 8 and 88, and it is even numbers. Students, here is the solution, that is the even numbers whose reflection is also even are 8 and 88. Next question is question number 11, that is there is an odd number the double reflection of which turns it even, and an even number the reflection of which turns it odd. Find the two numbers. We have to find the two numbers. First one whose double reflection should become even number, and second one whose reflection would become odd number, and that number would be even number whose reflection is odd, and the odd number's reflection should be even. So let's see. Students, let's see at the right side, and the number is 9, and we know that the number 9 is odd number, and you can also see the reflection of the number 9. It's first reflection of the number 9. In the question it is mentioned that the double reflection of the odd number should be even number. Now what does it mean, the double reflection? Now students, I will show you the reflection of 9 at the right side and then see the result. Students, now you can see the reflection of 9 at right side, and also the double reflection of this number is at the left side. We can see here at the left side the number is 6. Now let's rotate to see it clearly. Now students, you can see clearly at the left hand side the digit is, the number is 6, and 6 is even number. Now the solution is 9 is an odd number whose double reflection turns it into even number 6. Also 6 is even number, the reflection of which turns it odd number 9, as we have seen. Now move towards the multiple choice question 3. Select the correct answer from the given options. Number 1 is the positive factor of 12 are option A 12, 24, 36 and 48. Option B 2, 4, 6, 8 and 12. Option C 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. And option D 1, 2, 4, 6 and 12. As we know that factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. So the option C is correct. Number 2 is evaluate 2 plus 7 multiplied by 9. Option A is 65, option B 81, option C 126 and option D is 32. Let's solve it. By solving, we know that 7 multiplied by 9 is equal to 63. We solve multiplication first and then addition. By solving, the answer is 63 and then add 2, the answer is 65. It means that the option A is correct. Third one is if a number is such that the sum of alternate digits is equal, the number must be divisible by 11. Option A is false, option B true, option C only for odd numbers and option D only for even numbers. As we have already studied in divisibility test of 11, so this statement is true, which means that option B is correct. Now fourth one is which of the following numbers is 3294 divisible by. So let's see, either this number is divisible by option A 9, option B 27, option C 3 and option D all of the above. So now let's check, either the number 3294 is divisible by 9, 27, 3 or all of these. So let's sum the digits 3 plus 2 plus 9 plus 4 and it would become 18. As we can see here, 18 is a multiple of 9. It means this number is divisible by 9. Also 27 is a multiple of 9. So this number is also divisible by 27. 3 is also multiple of 9, which means this number is also divisible by 3. We can see that this number is divisible by all of these, which means that the option D is correct, that is all the above. Fifth one is which of the statement below is true for a set of prime numbers. Option A 1 is a prime number, option B all prime numbers are odd, option C the set is infinite, option D even numbers cannot be prime. So let's see which statement is true about set of prime numbers. Number 1 is a prime number. We know that 1 is not a prime number. 1 is an odd number. And second one is all prime numbers are odd. We know that all prime numbers are not odd. The number 2 is prime number and also even. Option C, the set is infinite. This option is true as the set is infinite. Set of prime numbers is infinite. Option D is also not correct because even numbers cannot be prime. We know that even numbers can be prime as the digit 2 is prime number. So option C is correct. The set is infinite. Sixth one is, if a number ends with two zeros, it will have 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, 25, 50 and 100 as factors. Which of the following statements is true for the given numbers? Option A, not all of the numbers will be factors. Option B, none of the numbers will be factors. Option C, it is also a factor. And option D, all of the numbers will be factors. Students, here is mentioned that the number ends with two zeros. So let's take an example about the number 100 as it has two zeros. So this number can be divisible by 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, 25, 50 and so on, which shows that the option D is correct as it is all of the numbers will be factors. Yes, all of the numbers will be factor of the number that contains two zeros. Okay students, to practice of question number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and also multiple choice question 3. Okay, best of luck. Allah Hafiz.